You're old school, I think, like me, when
I
it
think-
comes to show business. I mean, there's that story about you like having your foot crushed or some shit, and you still did the show.
That was-
And I always think about it when, like, not to like always be shitting on the younger generation, but you know, where shit is due, I will shit. And the way
Yeah.
they cancel shows because it doesn't even have to be something physical. It's just, I'm not feeling it. So all you people who like came out here and rearranged your life and your days and your weeks and your babysitter to come see me, I'm sorry. I got that sinus headache.
I know people that that canceled shows before they went on. That people were already there, and they just said, "I'm not going on."
Yeah.
And now the thing is they're not mentally fit.
Right. Or they show up 3 hours late.
Yeah. There's a certain thing, like I think that, and how I came up and all the clubs and the casinos and whatever it is I played, and then getting to the next level, there's a certain, I don't know, there's this certain gratitude, and I think it's the way I was brought up also, but you just didn't cancel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's show business.
There's no business like
Show business.
Yeah.
You
They
just didn't do it.
smile when they are low.
Yeah.
They smile when they are low. They don't cancel the show when they are low.
No, and
We should redo the song.
Yeah.
Redo the song
Well, have you ever
for the
canceled a
Chapel
show?
Roan fans.
Have
They
you ever canceled?
Never canceled. Also, never missed a show in over 40 years, about 40 years on the road, except for 2 times, and both times it was because the plane couldn't get there. The
Yeah.
plane physically couldn't. Once it broke, and once it was weather. Never missed one episode of Politically Incorrect, which was like 2,000 episodes or
Wow.
something, probably 800 real times. Never missed any of those shows except for the 2 they made me when I had COVID, wink, wink. So I could have done, I felt way worse other times when I did the show, pre-COVID, you know, if I had just the flu or something. But back then, you know, it was just like, that's the heroic thing, to go on there. Don't get anybody sick, but you know, you could do. I'm not kissing them. You know, we're not making euphoria here. I'm just talking to them across a table.
But it is interesting to see there is a difference, and everybody's different, whatever. But I know the way how hard you worked coming up and doing what you did. Again, you had a dream and you were meeting people and you were like, the work was a part of the process, right?
Same as
And
you.
So same as me, but it is a little different today. I'm not saying that people don't work hard, because they do.
Well-
but when people ask me for advice and they say, this is what they say. And there's this internal voice telling me as soon as they say this, they'll say, well, how do you have any advice on how to make it? And there's this, and look, I wanted to make it too, right? But still, there's this internal voice inside of me thinking that person's never going to make it. Telling myself, I wouldn't tell them that. But
Well, maybe
because
it's the kind thing to do.
maybe it is.
But no, you never
It ain't
know.
up to me to tell them.
Yeah, you never know.
But you don't do it to make it. You do it because it's what you do. You got up every night and did your thing because it's what you do.
And a lot of times, I can't speak for other comedians, but I'm pretty sure this is how they felt too at that stage. You have to really psych yourself up to keep going and to do it, because the last experience you had with it sucked so bad.
Yeah.
Really, way worse, I bet, than, I mean, I've seen it in smaller venues, even in larger ones sometimes, when the audience isn't listening to the band, and the band knows it, right?
That's right.
Okay, but you're in the middle of a song, you know, you have each other to like, okay, you know what, fuck you people, we're gonna just enjoy playing this for each other, and it's still a great song, and we're proud, whatever. Comedians don't have that latitude.
You're so exposed. You're so exposed.
Exactly.
You're more exposed than we are. Like I have this mentality of going,
Thank
okay,
you.
the worse the audience, the more we're gonna give them. They're gonna like it whether they like it or not.
That is the attitude you should also have as a comedian. I did not. That's the bad thing when I was young and stupid, that is exactly the attitude that would have served me well, and it was the precise attitude I lacked.
Yeah, but there had to have been a moment where I mean, I remember me and the band were, it was in some arena, maybe it was Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky somewhere, or something like that, where we knew that it just changed. Something was changing. It's not like it was yesterday. It's something I could just tell.
In your popularity.
Yes, but in the connection with the audience.
Yeah.
And so there had to have been a moment for you like that.
Oh,
too.
yes. It's perhaps even more obvious with me because laughter is very measurable.
Right.
You know, you either hear it or you don't, you know, and they're either laughing all the way through your set or maybe sporadically, but I remember literally the date, the first time I did 20 minutes, and it was like from beginning to end, it was solid. Like there was no genius, but for 20 minutes, I could actually make strangers laugh continually. And that to me was like one of the watershed moments.
It's such an incredible talent. And I think you are born to do that.
Partly, yes. You absolutely.
I mean, you have to have the gift of gab, but you are born to do that.
Well, you know what you really need for it? Timing.
That's exactly right.
You are either born with timing or you're not. It's innate, I guess.
And there's something to be said. Like my friend John McGinley was telling me, I forgot who he was talking about.
The actor?
But, yeah, the actor.
Oh, I know.
Dear friends with him.
Oh, yeah.
So
Platoon.
He was talking about when you're on stage, either as a comedian or an actor or what, the gift of pausing. There's something that brings them in.
That's timing.
And then it's timing.
And you have to feel it. You can't teach it. You cannot. You really can't. I mean, you also need material. You could get writers to do material, but I feel like material is always best done by the person who writes it because they hear it exactly the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, the pacing and everything of it, yeah.
That's why it's always painful when they portray comedians in movies about comedians and they're doing... It's just it's one level removed from reality, and to a comedian, it's just nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah,
you know? It just is. You know, I mean, you must see people sometimes in movies portraying musicians and.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it
seems authentic.
Yeah,
and sometimes
they do it way better than they used to. I mean, in the old days, you know, a guy would go to play the piano, they would just cut to his face, you know, and they wouldn't even attempt. And now they seem to be able to do it. I mean, they have tricks that I don't get it, but where you just see the person sit down and start to play and pan up, so you never cut away, and yet it's definitely not that person playing the piano at that level. Somehow but you know, that's show business.